All right, so I'm just the Eric Stupid Dog, and this is it's not named part one. It's just organically part two of Smelly Melly goes to interrogation, and poor old Smelly Melly. This time in this take, which is the second offering, it's not really part two. You shouldn't describe it as part two. We're highlighting the juxtaposition relationship between defendant Melly and officers Edison and Cranky. So you've got officers of the law trying to investigate this heinous situation. And you got Officer Edison versus Officer Cranky. Well, they're together. They're good cop, good bad cop thing. They're together. They're secretly together, but they're together. They might argue like an old married couple in front of the witness or the defendant or the accused. So Melly versus Edison and Cranky. Edison, he's playing up the previous relationship that he and Melly's mom had. You tell me where this thing come from. They must have gone to high school together. So Officer Edison tells Melly, "Hey, Melly, don't forget, I used to dance with your mom at the prom. Okay, every fourth or fifth dance would shake the booties, you know what I'm saying? So believe you me, Melly, I'm here to get you out of this, brother. You stick with me. Because I danced with your mom at the prom, at the junior prom, and at the senior prom, I'm all up about helping Melly escape justice. Stick with me, Melly." So anyways, then you got he's Edison, he's gonna see if he can really take care of Melly. Now, Officer Cranky, he's kind of floating around on the outskirts. You don't really see him on camera. He's probably got some kind of weapon, like a cattle prod. Who knows? But anyways, Officer Edison, in his duties, in his operation, in his tasks as he was completing to really be beside Melly and help Melly in all that he could, he asked Melly, "Where did you hide that gun, Melly? Give me that piece of crucial evidence because I can really help you help me to an earlier retirement, a bigger pension, all this stuff. I can nail your ass to the wall, Melly. So help me a little bit with that, and that would help my whole situation on my end." That's not what he said, but what he did say was, "Where did you hide that gun?" And then Officer Edison says, "Who are you protecting?" Now, Melly, for his part, he says, "I didn't give that gun to my buddy." Old Melly says, "I didn't give that gun to my buddy." And the officer's like, "Well, then, you're good. You gave me two more pieces of evidence. You had the gun. You were thinking about giving it away. You didn't give it to your buddy there. So just keep spilling your guts, Melly, you moron, whatever." And Melly's like, "Man, I didn't give that gun to anybody." And then Officer Addison says something kind of cagey, and he says, "Man," because Officer Addison's like, "I could help you, Melly, I could help you." And Melly's like, "Man, there ain't no help for me." And then that's when that circling guy off camera, he starts giving a coach job. Officer Cranky, he starts giving a coach job, and he starts coaching up Melly, really side-saddling right in straight next to Melly. He was having a coach him up situation, and he says, "This isn't the end of your life, Melly. This is just the beginning of the biggest part of our career because we're going to nail your ass to the wall. Melly, we are going to crucify you. Just help us to help us. Help us to help us, Melly. You've already had a big slice of the pie. You've enjoyed all the things, all the accoutrement of the success that you enjoyed. Just help us a little. Melly, help us help us. Help us help you to help us. And what we would like you to do is just spill your guts. Tell the whole truth, the worst truth you could ever, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the cops there, they know what the truth is and they're trying to pry. But I'm going to say this though. When cops say, You didn't kill anybody yet. You're heading down that road, though. See, Officer Edison says to Melly, Melly, you didn't kill nobody. You didn't kill nobody yet. Now, I don't know if there's somebody in a hospital bed, like dying on death's door, getting ready to croak, or they're saying, they're trying to play dumb, like they think Melly already killed somebody, or they know for a fact that Melly didn't really kill anybody yet, but he's had a few brushes with killing people. Who knows? But then, that's what Officer Edison says. You haven't gone down that road. And then the other cop says, this is just a hiccup in the road. So Officer Edison says, you ain't killed nobody yet that we know of, but you're going down that road. And then Officer Cranky, he comes in a little bit. And he's like, oh, no, whoa. He gives like a little body check, a little hip check. He's like, no. This is just a hiccup in the road. You're not going down the murderous road, Melly. This is a hiccup, a bump, a speed bump. You got a little hiccup in the road. And that's how the cops do sometimes. And that whole thing where Melly is up in, a total freakish jam in a concrete block room with one desk in the middle tucked against the wall with two cops versus no, whatever. Give him some coffee. Give him a couple donuts. Give him a cigarette. Let him play with a switchblade. Give him his gun back at least. Give Melly back his gun so he can say, hey, guys, now I feel a little bit more, whatever you say, secure. I can now maybe speak a little more freely. But that's just a thought. I don't know if that's the right thing or if you should do that. I don't know. It could be. I don't know.